You can set up employees in two ways. You can either do it manually, as I'll demonstrate here, or you can import employees from an Excel spreadsheet. And then there's another video tutorial on how that can be done. We'll log in as the administrator, go to the Data Maintenance tab, and to the Employees record. You'll see that in this demonstration database there are a number of employees already set up. When we click on Create, we can create a new one. So let's suppose that we're going to set up an employee with a code 1234 and give them a name such as Eva Starkova. Every employee must belong to a company, even if you are only one company in the database that we've set up for you. This can be a multi-company system. And of course you must set an email address, a login name, password, which you must repeat, and then you can set up an open from date, which probably be the starting date of employment of the employee, but you don't have to set that up. When an employee leaves, you will modify the open to date to the date of their departure so that timesheets are no longer automatically generated for that employee. Otherwise, there's nothing that you need set up here. Analysis is very important. You have to specify the cost center. When the system is delivered to you, there will always be a cost center called administration, and you might or might not have set up some additional ones, such as these, which is operations. You may or may not need or want to use locations, whereas cost center is a mandatory field. This is not, but I'll choose one. If this employee is going to be generating fees for the company, then you'll probably want a grade, because your fee rate tables will depend upon this. And you might want to put in an hourly cost. Additionally, if you want to generate journals from expense claims that you can import into your accounting system, then excuse me, you will want to specify an employee account as well. We'll just choose one that we've already set up here. There's a video tutorial on configuring accounts. You may have to come back to this page later if you haven't set up accounts already. This you will very rarely have to use. This determines the options available to an employee, and for most employees they will have the default range of options that are set up and fixed in the system by us, but just occasionally you may want to change that. For example, if you are setting up a finance user and you want that finance user to be able to export the expense claim journals, then they would need to be given the ledger export option as well, and all the others, because this is not cumulative. If I only add ledger export here, then this employee would only see this option. And then roles. This employee may have a line manager, and you would set that up here. The line manager is the person who will authorize his or her timesheets, authorize his or her expense claims and absence requests. There is one other thing as well, and this comes back to the particular role that the finance employee may perform. You may want an employee, finance employee, to do some data maintenance, such as we're doing now, which otherwise only the administrator can do. And to make that possible, to provide the right set of options in data maintenance for a finance user, you would choose accountant here. But normally you will not. Generally in this system, all employees will be set up the same way, except for the administrator, which will be preloaded into the system, and the accountant, whom you would set up yourself. So that's setting up employees. Of course, when you're finished with that, you'll save, and you'll see the employee listed here. If you need more than this or have any queries about this, get in touch with us. And as I said, it's possible to import employees from an Excel spreadsheet. That's what you'll do with this tool here, Export Import. But there's a separate video tutorial that covers that.